Let's talk about her nervous habits that scream, I like you. What if she actually likes you and just feels nervous? You know that feeling, right? Where you like someone, you think she's absolutely gorgeous, and you feel a little nervous around her. You're afraid you're going to do something weird, or you're going to say something silly, or she's going to think you're just not attractive. All these scenarios play out in your head, and you just feel nervous. Well, I got news for you. Women definitely do this as well. It's human nature. When we like someone, we want them to like us back. I have been coaching for a long time now, and often women will act a certain way because she's attracted to you and she's nervous. But men will often think the opposite. They think that it's a sign she doesn't like you, when in reality, it's totally revealing her feelings for you. So I'm going to walk you through some of the most common things to look out for now. Whether you are totally crushing on a shy or introverted girl, or you just want to make sure you're prepared for the future, these are some pretty important signs every man needs to be aware of. As we dive in, if this is your first time watching, welcome. My name is Melannie, and I am your go-to source to learn how to make love, attraction, and connection feel effortless. So if you are looking for authentic, lifelong love, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And you're also going to want to make sure you watch this video, which is signs a woman likes you and is just trying not to show it. This is another good one if she's a little bit shy or feels a little awkward. So I'll put a link to that one in the description below. Okay, as I was putting this video together, a movie came to my mind, and that movie was K-pop Demon Hunters. And yes, I am a super fan of that show. It's absolutely hilarious and adorable. And if you have ever wondered what it feels like to be a woman, you need to watch that show, because it's very authentic. And if you've seen it, you know how the girls react. Obviously, it's done through comedy, but how they react about how attractive these boys are, that's pretty accurate. Okay, that's what she's feeling and thinking, maybe what she's talking about with her friends. And so those nervous feelings of, oh my goodness, he's so hot, are very much something women experience as well as men. Even if we're a very confident person, sometimes some of that confidence becomes a little shaky when we're around someone who's very, very attractive to us. So if you haven't yet seen that movie, this is obviously not sponsored, but if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it. It's a great way to know how women think and feel, what it feels like to be a woman. And with that in mind, let's now dive in to some of the nervous habits that are actually revealing that she likes you. Number one is that she can't look you in the eye. This is definitely one, as I look back, I have been guilty of for sure, where you're like, I can't look at his eyes. They give me butterflies. I can't breathe. I can't think straight. I have no idea what I'm saying. And so she'll just avoid eye contact. However, it's easy to see why this could translate for many people. They're like, wow, she can't even look me in the eye. She must hate me. So if you felt that way, that's totally understandable. But there's a good chance that it's simply because she can't look you in the eye for very long. That's a pretty normal human reaction. So if you're in that situation, don't automatically assume that it's because she hates you. It may actually be because you're super hot. The second sign that she does actually like you, and it's just a nervous behavior, is that she stops talking when you're around. Maybe if, she's talking to a group and you approach and she just stops talking. That could be because she's afraid she's going to say something stupid, or she can't even think clearly anymore, or maybe she completely forgot what the conversation was about because that hot guy is here. This is a very, very common thing as well. It means that something about you has got her attention, and the other things around her have just kind of ceased to matter quite as much. So often, this is something I've taught in other videos before, a good sign that someone is attracted to you is that they act differently when you're around, that there's something about you that causes them to act differently. This is a good example of that. Maybe she just kind of stops talking. And it could be because she's just scared she'll say something stupid, or it could be just because she's focusing all her attention on you. The next nervous sign that she's attracted to you is a really painful one, if you've ever been there, which most of us have, and that's that she might get super clumsy. She may act like a total klutz when you're around. that's pretty normal. We're not breathing right. We're focused on other things. We're overthinking. And so if you notice that she gets like really clumsy all of a sudden, for starters, be really nice to her, okay? Because that's really embarrassing. And go watch K-Pop Demon Hunters. There's a part that is like this. And just know that it could actually be a sign that she is incredibly attracted to you. Now, here's the funny thing about these nervous habits we develop when we're attracted to someone. If the relationship stays awkward, it's going to be very hard for it to progress, right? It's really hard to have any kind of a relationship when you can't even talk, or you can't look each other in the eyes, or she's clumsy about everything. So you don't want it to stay in that awkward stage. Something I teach in my academy is that you need to make sure she feels an emotional connection with you and that she feels safe with you. Yes, that means physically safe, but also emotionally and spiritually safe. You need to make sure that's in place so some of that nervousness can start to ease down. Obviously, you're not responsible for her nervousness, but if you want this attraction to continue to grow, if you want a relationship to be even possible, then it's important to ease some of that nervousness as much as you can. That's why emotional connection and making her feel safe are absolutely critical things you need to have. Now, I teach you more about this and what it means in my free masterclass. If you haven't yet seen it, you need to go see it right now. If you want to succeed in love, you need to have this insider info because most men will never know these secrets. That's why I created it for you, so you can know it. So just go to coachmelannie.com/masterclass or click the link in the description below, and I'll put a link in the pinned comment as well. Because that emotional connection and feelings of safety are critical if you want attraction to continue to grow so you can finally get to that lifelong love. The next nervous habit she might have that truly reveals her feelings for you is that maybe she can't talk normal. We mentioned earlier that she may just kind of freeze and like not say anything anymore when you're around, but she may also just really struggle to say anything. And we'll include in this, she may actually laugh funny because that happens a little bit too. But some guys are like, why is conversation so awkward with her? Is it because she doesn't like me? And the truth is she may not be able to form normal sentences anymore. Or maybe that's part of the reason why she just stops talking is because she feels like everything she's saying is stupid. Have you ever been in that situation where you totally overthink everything you're saying? I haven't. Of course I have. Pretty much everybody has. And it's painful. So if what she's saying doesn't make sense, or maybe she's like not able to form words appropriately, you know, like your tongue stops working and you're like, I can't say any words normal. This could be why. Many men are like, she must be scared of me. And it's like, well, she might be scared of you, but it might be less that she's scared of you or more that she's just scared because you're so attractive to her. She wants to impress you. She wants to captivate you. She wants you to feel attracted to her. And sometimes all those hopes and fears just kind of boil up and all of a sudden you just can't talk anymore. The next nervous habit that totally reveals feelings for you is that she may just freeze in general. Kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but basically what it comes down to is sometimes when that really cute person walks in the room, you just kind of freeze and you don't know what to do with yourself. You don't know how to, like, what do I do with my hands? What do I say? Where do I look? What do I do? So if you notice that you're the cause of her change in behavior, it's a good indication that there's something about you that changes how she feels inside. So let's say you're at some kind of gathering or you enter a room and all of a sudden there's like this little freeze moment going on. That's a good sign, not that, oh crap, that guy I hate is here. That's not how I react when people I don't like are there. It's like, I'm done. Instead, it's more like, oh, that really cute guy's here. What do I do? And since we're on the topic of nervous habits when you're attracted to someone, I want to hear what some of yours are. So would you tell me in the comments? We're all human here. We all do these things. And so sometimes it's kind of fun to hear what somebody else does because can like totally comfort us. So if you would like, leave that in the comments. As you look for these signs and learn how to make her feel more comfortable and create that emotional connection with you, you'll be well on your way to understanding how to nurture a relationship with her, to cause that attraction to grow more and more. It can be very easy to see these signs, think that she just doesn't like you, and totally miss your shot at what could be the love of your life. So don't forget to watch that free masterclass that's going to help you so much know how to carry the conversation further. Again, coachmelannie.com/masterclass, or there's a link in the description below or the pinned comment. Now, let's recap what you just learned. Nervous habits that are screaming that she likes you. Number one, she can't look you in the eye. Many people think this just means she hates them, when in reality it means she can't breathe, and so she's struggling to make eye contact. Number two, she stops talking when you're around. She may become very quiet, not because she's just mad at your presence, but because she's afraid she might say something stupid. Number three, she gets a little bit clumsy. We've all been there where you walk into walls or you drop things because you're just a little bit Twitter-pated and really attracted to this person. Number four, she can't talk normal. Maybe what she says doesn't make a lot of sense, or maybe when she tries to form certain words, they're not coming out right. Very common when you're attracted to someone. And number five, she freezes. When you enter the room or walk over to the group or just walk over to her by herself, and she just kind of freezes. Very, very common because she's panicking inside a little bit because she really wants to impress you and attract you, and she's afraid she's going to do something stupid. Thank you so much for watching, my amazing friend. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, would you please share it with a friend? Sharing really is caring. It helps me a lot, and I'm sure it's going to help him as well. If you don't yet follow me on social media, there are links in the description below. Thank you so much again, my amazing friend, and have an amazing day. Why won't my hat stay on? It's weird. Some things are worth sacrifice. And looking cute in your hat is one of them. My hat just keeps falling off. What's up with this? I've worn it 1,000,000 times. Did my head shrink? Fun fact for you. I can't remember if I ever told you guys this. So I apparently have an uncommonly small head. Yes, you heard that right. I have a small head. I have actually had to purchase hats in the children's section because the adult hats don't fit me. And when I went on a bike ride, you know, I told you guys about that, how I finally went on a bike ride for the first time since I was 15. I had to wear the children's helmet because my head was too small for the adult helmet. So now you know a random fact about me that you probably didn't want to know, but it's kind of funny. Anyway, I'm going to focus now. I'm just going to have to stop and fix my hat every 5 seconds. I don't think I had to do this in the past. It's so weird. Can you tell my hat's slipping off? Everybody's going to be focused on that the whole video now. Good thing the bloopers are at the end, right? Okay, secret end of the video club. I'm assuming at least some of my little hat issues ended up into the bloopers. So our word for the end of the video today is hat, because, I mean, it would be wrong if we didn't, obviously. If you're new here and you've never, so here we go again, and you've never watched to the end of the video, we always have a special word at the end, and it's really fun to see them in the comments. So thank you for being here. Thank you for leaving the comments. And thank you for being awesome. Comment hat, and I will see you in the next one.